how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thanks.
Here. Okay.
Okay, so I've been writing for the media for about 12 years now, and both in a full-time and freelance capacity. I was full-time with a boutique publishing firm for about 5 years. Then I left to set up my own company called Wildfire Communications. It's a marketing communications company specializing in public relations and copywriting. So while I've been having the company, I've also been freelancing for various media, different magazines, different newspapers for the last about 7 years now. Okay, so a little bit of my story, yeah? Okay, so when I graduated from TP, I went into like an events company, but I always had the soul of a writer, so I know that I love to write, I want to write, but because I studied business, so that was just like the natural step. So I went into an event company, and then along the way I saw an ad for writers, and I thought, why not just give it a shot? So I just wrote in. They asked for a degree. I didn't have one at the moment, but I wrote in anyway, and I got the job. So that was my first inroad into writing for the media. It was the boutique publishing firm. They published a few luxury titles, and yeah. So that's how I got my foot in the door. And then midway through, that's when I went to study. So then I went off to get my degree in Australia, and then I came back and continued at that job for a few more years. Yeah. So I've been writing for so long, and one day I just decided that it was time for me I felt this growing desire to I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but to pass on my knowledge to the next younger generation. And I even thought of going to teaching, but I wanted to do something on a bigger scale. So I wanted to do something on a bigger scale that would actually be able to reach out to more people, and while at the same time finding a way to give back to the community. So I thought about creating something like the Writers Club as a movement to do that. I like to say that the vision for the Writers Club is to be evangelists of the written word. Now obviously, what does that mean? Okay, so we started our Facebook page in November 2012, and the intention was to create a space for budding writers to showcase their work in a positive and nurturing environment. So the whole idea is to entertain, inspire and engage people and fuel their passion for writing by making writing fun and accessible to all. So that's really the vision for the Writers Club. And at the same time, or how do we actually do this in the real world, is to create workshops. So we have organized a couple of workshops, and this year actually I want to focus on having more writing workshops. Like last year we had a workshop with the National Library Board. We actually co-presented the workshop with them, and they brought in an American author. So we helped to bring the people to that event, and it was a free event, and the turnout was pretty alright for our very first workshop, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Another workshop we did was a little bit more interesting, I find. The title was How to Be a Freelance Writer. So based on my own background and expertise, and then I got another freelance writer to actually conduct and facilitate the workshop. That one was really cool because it was almost fully booked. It was almost sold out, and we only marketed it like 2 weeks before the event. Technically, the Writers Club isn't an organization. I would like to see it as more of like a movement. Okay, so we're not like a company or that kind of thing, not at that level yet lah. So challenges wise is I would say there were quite a lot of challenges because I'm the main person behind it. There are no like founding team members, that sort of thing. So and at the same time, I run a business, as I mentioned. So juggling my business plus the Writers Club activities and all is a big challenge, because the biggest challenge is time, limited time, you see. So there's so much more plans actually that I want to do for the Writers Club, but I can't because I'm limited by time and manpower. Yeah, we have a couple of volunteers here and there along the way, but they tend to be like one-off, then they not a long-term kind of commitment kind of thing. So I would like to actually look into building a cohesive and committed volunteer team going forward this year. First and foremost, actually what I want to say is that in this past year, I really want to say that I'm in awe and humbled by the support and encouragement and how far the Writers Club has spread. I mean, online, say our Facebook community, we're at 2,000 over likes already. And with that little bit of time that I invest in it while running all my business and all that. So it's really, I feel it's really quite incredible and beyond my expectation or imagination. Some of the milestones that I would like to highlight is in our third month since we launched, we were actually interviewed on Kiss 92 FM, and that was pretty awesome because it was like 3 months and then they wanted to interview us. And then that on the third month also was when we organised our first workshop with NLB, and on the third month also is like 3 magic number, right? That's when we hit 1,000 likes organically within 3 months. Another milestone was hitting 2,000 likes organically within the first year. But okay, and one more milestone was, I don't know if you're familiar, the book donation drive that we did. Did you see anything about that? Okay. Yeah, so that was in October last year. This opportunity came along to donate books, children's books to Savong School, which is an orphanage in Cambodia. So we used TWC as a platform to get the word out and then collect and donate the books. And Stacey actually brought them over to Cambodia for the orphanage. So that was really nice because, you know, it feels good to be able to do something and give something back. But I think our biggest milestone so far was first anniversary. Yeah, so that one was kind of crazy because I actually only had 2 to 3 weeks to organize the whole thing because I was so busy in my job. So it was a mad 2 weeks, but it was awesome because we managed, I mean, you saw how crowded it was. Yeah, the turnout was crazy. It was like, I think we had at least 100 people, I think. We didn't count, but you know, so we had that at Working Title in Arab Street, and there were literally people spilling out the door. I mean, if you saw it, yeah. So that was really awesome, and then we had really good support as well. Books actually sponsored books for our goodie bag, and then Jackie & Co sponsored a birthday cake for us, and then Butter Studio sponsored all the customized cupcakes that they made for us as well. So it was really awesome, yeah. Okay, so this year actually I really want to invest more time to organize more workshops. We don't have anything specific lined up at this point, but that's the goal, that's the idea. We may consider doing a second run of the How to Be a Freelance Writer workshop. So that one is probably the thing that's going to come up next. So I want to actually publish a book for the Writers Club, a collection of the works that were performed during the first anniversary. So you know there were 17 writers that performed during the first anniversary. 5 of them are already published, but the rest are not published. So I'm actually exploring publishing this book featuring their works, and this would make them instantly published authors, which is really cool. But again, it's about the funds, and we need to find a way to make it financially feasible. I hope that TWC can be a significant player in the Singapore literary community. We've made a bit of waves so far, but we're still far away in terms of something tangible and bringing something tangible to the market. You know, we're pretty much online based right now. So through the workshops, I hope to get more visibility and all that. And I think we've had quite a strong start so far, just in the first year. And I think we're on the right track. This month, actually, I will be moderating at the All In Young Writers Media Festival. Yeah, so they actually invited me to be a moderator for that, and I'll be moderating one session. So it's great that we're getting noticed in that way. Yeah. Okay, I can't really think of anything at the moment, and I don't really have like a mentor per se, but I really devour personal development books, and I would encourage all young people to read a lot and read all the personal development books so that you can improve yourself and all that, because you know, when you're pursuing your goals, it's very easy to get like negative, or it's very easy to, so you gotta strengthen your mind, you know, so that it's so solid and you just keep going for your goals. Okay, my advice is give yourself permission to dream and dream big. Okay, don't let anyone tell you that you cannot do anything. Be bold, take calculated risks, and just go for it and make it happen. and follow your heart, but you keep your feet on the ground and stay humble and hungry always.
Thank you very